Cold night outside in Southwest Virginia, but it is pleasant inside. George Mason at Radford. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting George Mason Patriots. Mike Morrison, Ryan Pearson, Isaiah Tate, Cam Long, and Andre Cornelius. Morrison, the sophomore out of St. Petersburg, averaging just under 8 points a game, but pulling down 6 key rebounds a game. And, of course, Jim Larrañaga, the head coach of George Mason, now in his 13th season, 235 wins for the Patriots. He has had 4 20-win seasons, 3 other seasons with 19 wins. And for the hometown Radford University Highlanders, Lazar Trifunovic, Joey Lynch-Fleur, Art Parakowski, Blake Smith, and Amir Johnson. And a big game for Joey Lynch-Fleur. He's a senior, and he's also from Fairfax, where George Mason University is. So Joey Lynch-Fleur going against his hometown team. And there's Brad Greenberg, now at his 3rd season. And has he turned this program around from 10-20 2 years ago to 21-12 at an NCAA tournament appearance last year.
Great matchup against 2 teams that'll vie for their conference championships. Radford's one of the best teams in the Big South. George Mason's one of the best teams in the Colonial Athletic Association.
And the Radford Dancers, it is semester break for both these schools. And there's a look at the officials today. Rick Riddenhauer, Dennis Coward, and Nathan Quick are the officials here tonight, and George Mason controlling the tip.
Radford will play both man and zone. I think man-to-man is going to be a problem for Radford today because George Mason has a lot of quick perimeter players.
Cam Long gets it inside to Morrison, but up top. And there's Ryan Pearson. And he can't get it to fall, and it's out of bounds. So Radford will inbound, and here's the series history. And for a non-conference matchup, they seem to get together almost every year.
It makes sense. Both these teams, very good teams. Jim Larrañaga and Brad Greenberg have known each other for an extremely long time. In fact, Jim Larrañaga was in Brad Greenberg's living room trying to recruit him when Jim was an assistant coach for Terry Holland at Virginia.
Way back when, whistling a foul after the turnover. Amir Johnson with a reach-in, so the first foul of the game. And it's good. They're both in Virginia, one just outside of D.C. in Fairfax, and the other down here near Blacksburg, near Virginia Tech. And there's Brad Greenberg.
I'm going to predict, Jim, that Ryan Pearson is not going to be shooting 3 on this next possession. He will not be taking a 3-point shot this next possession.
You don't want to risk back-to-back air balls, Coach? Is that what you're telling me?
He's channeling Jim Larrañaga right now, and I guarantee you Ryan Pearson is not going to take a 3.
Morrison with the board, goes up strong, can't get it to fall. Ball is loose. Again, the Mason. And there's a shot from Morrison. He goes up and can't get it to fall, and here comes Radford. Trifunovic has it go off his hands and out of bounds. So another turnover for Radford.
And this is a problem for Radford. In the last game they played against Louisville is certainly known for their full-court pressure. They had a serious problem handling Louisville's full-court pressure. That's something that Radford worked on the last couple days in practice was ball handling.
Andre Cornelius, a sophomore. Again to Morrison. Morrison trying to set up Long, who drives in back to Morrison, but off his knee.
Tough pass to throw a 6'9" player. You can't throw him a bounce pass unless that ball is going to bounce up by his stomach. That ball bounced up next to Mike's knee. That's a very tough pass for someone like Mike that's 6'9" to catch.
Cornelius in the man-to-man on Amir Johnson. They're about the same height. And there is Trifunovic to the big man. Parakowski for 3. Can't get it to fall. And there's Mike Morrison with the rebound. There's still no score in this game. Isaiah Tate thought about it. Long takes Smith towards the basket, up and deflected, and coming down with it is Art Parakowski.
Great defense by the freshman Blake Smith. Real good job going up and pressuring that shot.
Both these teams in their shoot-arounds today were stressing the defensive aspect of the game, and we're seeing that early on. Trifunovic drives in, running right-hander off the glass, and there's the first bucket of the game.
You know, Jim, when you think about kids from Serbia, from Yugoslavia, you think about jump shooters, big guys that can hit the ball, shots from the outside. Trifunovic likes to drive. He'd rather drive to the basket than take that deep shot.
Morrison has to go off his foot, so another turnover. And here's Trifunovic from Belgrade, Serbia.
Really good at taking the ball to the basket, got real good size. In fact, Radford may be the biggest team in the Big South. They've got 3 real big people on that front court.
Well, yet another turnover as Amir Johnson as it goes over and back.
Andre Cornelius may be one of the quickest players in the Colonial Athletic Association. Amir Johnson's got to be very careful with that basketball around Andre.
George Mason is at 6-5, 1-0 in the CAA. They've also come in here to the Dedmon Center somewhat of a roll. They've won 2 in a row in 3 of their last 4.
He didn't take that 3 that time, Jim.
Blocked by Parakowski.
Art's size bothered him a lot. Pearson drives in, and where Pearson tries to get you with the pump fake, Art didn't go for that first fake. Did a real good job of contesting that shot and blocking the shot.
First shot for Parakowski, and he goes up strong over Morrison.
And Jim, I think that Brad Greenberg liked that shot much better than the last 3 that Art Parakowski took from the top of the key.
And you want to use the 6 feet 11 down low. There's Morrison for the jam, and George Mason gets on the board. Good pass and a good look inside.
Much easier pass to catch that time. They both were facing each other. He was expecting to pass. That ball bounced up to his stomach. Much better pass by Cam Long on that possession.
Amir Johnson, senior out of Pittsburgh. Inside to Parakowski. Has it, goes up, and a whistle and a foul.
Brad Greenberg does a great job of high-low. Sometimes you'll see Joey Lynch Floor in the post, sometimes Art Parakowski. This time they threw the ball high to their power forward, Lynch Floor, and he dumped it low. Really nice pass to Art Parakowski. Art Parakowski made that play look easy, but that was not easy. It's not easy for a big guy to be able to catch the ball in a crowd like that, but he's got great hands.
6 points in this game, already 5 turnovers combined. 3 for Radford and 2 for Mason. And Parakowski hits on the first. Keys to the game.
Well, here for George Mason, you got to protect the paint. Radford's got great big people. You got to keep them out of the post. George Mason's got to do a good job of pushing tempo. What the Highlanders have to do is make sure they handle the rock. They did not handle the ball very well against Louisville. They also have to make certain that Art Parakowski touches the basketball a lot today.
Radford not a very good free throw shooting team, but Parakowski hits on both, so it's a 6-2 Highlander lead early on. Wack in the game, his first shot. Rebound fought for. There's Cam Long. Cam Long loses it, but picked up by Pearson.
Radford changed their defense, went to a little bit of zone. Zone's gotten them off to a little bit of trouble. Mason's getting a little bit better handle on the ball this time.
Long for the jump shot. Off the back of the rim, and there's a big rebound by Lazar Trifunovic. Serbian brings it up the court. Brad Greenberg really likes the way his game is coming on. And a whistle and a foul, and there's a push foul going on Rashad Wack. So a timeout on the floor, first timeout of the game as Radford has a 6-2 lead. And a strong battle to the basket and the dunk by Morrison.